Back with another pickups video today. I tried recording this a couple of days ago, but people came by and disturbed me, and the weather was too warm, so I only got like 3 minutes in. And I'm trying to do this again. It's warm still. I'm not wearing my glasses because it's too sweaty, and now the light is on, so that's what's making this warm now instead, because it's kind of windy outside now, so annoying, but I want to get this video out so I can take all the stuff from the floor and put it back in the shelves, because it's a lot of stuff. We'll see how much I talk about everything, because I don't want to talk about it much at all, because it's going to take so long, because it's so much. So if I talk about it more than like 30 seconds, it's probably going to be a long video. So we'll see. Some things I'm probably going to talk a lot more than others. So okay, first up, Trails of Cold Steel 2. I played the first one on PS4 like 6 weeks ago or something, maybe more, maybe 2 months ago. I only played 1 hour this so far, and the people in my messenger chat, Leon Van the Nerd, Senkai, all those guys, Fabrilon, they say this game is so much better. So I believe them. I hope they're right, because the first one was great overall, but the story was really boring until pretty late in the game, and this one is supposed to be so much better. So I'm looking forward to at least before the third one comes out, finish this one. I don't even know what to put all the stuff. It's on the floor now, so I just have to put it somewhere for now. Yeah. Okay, Super Mario 3D Land. I love the 3D World on the Wii U. This one came out, I don't know what year. Oh, 2011, so this is like a release game, almost, I guess, for the 3DS. I'm sure this is awesome. I bought this really cheap, so I wanted to check it out, and hopefully it's good. You never know. Okay, next up. It's so warm also, it's so fucking annoying. All this sweat is just... I have to like pause the video and, kind of do like jump cuts here and there, because I don't want to keep wiping my face with my hand, so... Okay, third one. Banner Saga Trilogy. Only played a little of the first one. Seems like a really cool strategy RPG. But that's really all I have to say. It's in like the Viking era, So seems pretty cool, and eventually I'm gonna check it out. Found this also pretty cheap, so decided to get a physical copy of it, even though I have the first one digital. So also this is gonna be both movies and games, by the way. So it's gonna be a mix. I just have everything in like completely messed like together on the floor here, so anything could come up, I guess. Okay, my favorite movie of 2017, I think. I loved it when I saw it. I have only seen it. I've only watched it once though, so I don't know how I feel about it now. It looks incredible. I love the story in it. I know that Babylon, that loves the first one, wasn't the biggest fan of this one, but that's okay. I understand that they didn't really need to make a sequel, but I'm glad they did, because this movie is freaking amazing. So eventually I'll watch it again, and we'll see if it's as good as I thought it was the first time I watched it. Okay, Last of Us. I found this for like $10, so I decided to pick it up again. The story is great, I think. The gameplay is nothing special, really, I would say. It's fun, but nothing like mind-blowing. The story is the best thing about this game, so I decided to pick it up, because I want to play it on the PlayStation 3, and if I eventually want to play it on PS4, I got it. Okay, here's a game that's a very underrated PS4 game. one of the best what's it called, exclusives on the PlayStation 4 for sure. Until Dawn. If you haven't played this game, this is probably dirt cheap. You should just for sure pick it up because I think it's fantastic. If I would go about for my favorite not physical, exclusives on the PlayStation 4, this one could be like top 10 for sure. This is really awesome, and I loved it. I played through it twice, I think, but I sold this also because I sell games and I buy games again. Because I'm just like that nowadays, I guess, and it's unfortunate, but this game was also really cheap and I really wanted it in my collection, so decided to pick it up again. Um, and if you haven't played this, I recommend you play Until Dawn. Of course, it's like a thunder or something outside too, so well, I mean, even if that would happen, I guess I could just unplug everything and the computer would still run and record things. So, because this time I really want to get this video out, because there's a lot of stuff and I just want to show it to you guys, because I haven't made a pickups video since end of 2017. So, okay, Uta Ramono, Mask of Truth. Sorry, I can't really see anything with my glasses, but it's too warm, so there's no point for having glasses on, to be honest. Only played like 2 hours of this. First one I loved, probably one of my favorite games of this generation for sure. We'll see when I get to this, because I haven't really been in a gaming mood lately, but hopefully soon again. Also, this is like a visual novel, mostly a visual novel with strategy RPG elements. So if you like that, you should try it, because I loved the first one, which is really the second one, and the first one we were getting this fall. So yeah, I know. Okay, here's a arcade game that me, Tommy, and Daniel played on the Sega Saturn, and I decided to pick it up on the PlayStation 2 because it has like both winter games and summer games. And this is not as good as the Saturn version, but it's still awesome, and we have a lot of fun with it when we play it, when we drink, and just laugh at the animations and stupid voice acting and everything. It's a really awesome game for sure. One of my favorite sports games that I probably played in many years. It's just so much fun. Okay, let's see what's up. Oh, one of my favorite games of this generation, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I guess since I showed a Switch game now, yeah, I also bought a Switch again. So never played this on the Switch, only on the Wii U. And like I said, this is one of my favorite games of this generation. So I really wanted to have it in my collection again. So I decided to buy it. And I'm sure most of you already have played Breath of the Wild, so I don't really need to say anything about it. Well, I mean, I know that Faberon hasn't played it, but eventually he will, I'm sure. And another great movie that I haven't watched for many years, so I don't know if I still like it as much as I did before. Scott Pilgrim, Us Against the World, comic book movie that I thought was really fun. Like a favorite movie of mine, but I haven't watched it in like 6-7 years now, so you never know if it still holds up. It was a lot of fun though when I did watch it, so eventually I'll watch it again. I bought it on Blu-ray for like $1 because I owned the DVD version and I wanted to have it on Blu-ray instead, so I could watch it eventually. Like I said, it's like a comic book movie. The main person, he meets a girl, and basically she has 7 exes that he has to fight to get her heart. It's basically what it's about. So yeah. Okay, one of the best action movies in the last 10 years, more maybe. The latest Mission Impossible movie, Fallout. Like you see, there's like shrink wrap on all the movies basically, because I don't know, I haven't really watched any movies lately. Not even in the cinema or anything. It's been a while, so I need to get back to that because I love watching movies, but sometimes I don't watch them for a long time. Just like I don't play games for a long time, and then I watch a lot of movies or play a lot of games in a short period of time instead. So that's just how I work. Just imagine if I would watch movies and play games all the time, I wouldn't have anything to play, to be honest. So, but yeah, this is a really great action movie, and the Mission Impossible movies just gets better and better, which is kind of crazy because this is like the 6th one or something. So, but yeah, a lot of fun. Okay, here's a game kind of embarrassed I haven't played yet because I love this series so much. The latest Metroid, the Game Boy remake on the 3DS, just looks awesome, and I picked this up like 6 weeks ago, or a month maybe. Just really want to play this, so maybe I'll play it next. Or, well, I want to play it probably in August at least, because I know it's not a really long game, and I love the Metroid games, so I really need to play this one. I know that most of you guys that sub to me have played this game and thought it was awesome, so I'm really looking forward to playing this sooner rather than later. Okay, here's a really underrated, awesome movie. I mean, this is a Japanese movie, so Shin Godzilla, the latest Japanese one. This is well, there's a lot more Godzilla in this movie than the American one that came out a couple of years ago. Haven't watched the new one yet though, but I'm gonna watch it soon. The American one I haven't watched. I really want to watch it, but I just haven't gone around to it. So, but yeah. Next up, we have another Japanese movie, Lady Snowblood. Criterion, I think. I think it's a Arrow. Okay, it's Arrow. It's still awesome. The first Lady Snowblood is fantastic. The second one is pretty good. The first one has a lot more violence and like fighting, and the second one has more story. So probably why I like the first one. But both of these are awesome. The first one is fantastic, like I said, and the second one is pretty good. But that one has more story, so it's slower. But yeah, this you should for sure watch this. I'm just reading. It's pretty brutal, I guess. This is from the 70s, so probably something that Quentin Tarantino took inspiration from, most likely, for like Kill Bill or something. Don't Breathe. It's basically about some people that are trying to break into a house where this old like general or something from the army lives, but he's basically has like supernatural hearing and stuff, even though he's blind. So even though like he can hear them, so well, so it doesn't go too well for them when they're trying to rob him. But I thought this movie was awesome when I watched it like 2 years ago, maybe. My wife didn't like it really, but that's okay. I picked it up pretty cheap, I think. I recommend this one though if you haven't watched it. Don't Breathe. Oh, the thunder is loud outside. Okay, here's also a movie I only watched once. I'm sure most people have seen this one by now. If I can get the glare off, Shape of Water. Oh, now it's starting to rain too, so maybe we'll see if the microphone will pick that up. Only watched this once, but I thought it was great. Not sure if I will think the same when I watch it again, but I thought it was really awesome when I watched it the first time, and pretty weird story for sure, but it's what's his name? The Guillermo del Toro movie, so understandably it's weird. Here's a movie I haven't seen yet, so I can't really say much about it. Bone Tomahawk. All I know, it's very gory and stuff. It's by cannibals, and Kurt Russell's in it. So, and also I really loved another movie by this director, so that's why I wanted to pick this up, but I haven't watched it yet. Eventually I'll watch it. It seems pretty interesting, at least. Feels like I've shown so many things already, and there's still so much stuff to show. This is gonna be a long video. Jesus Christ. Mandy. This is such a trip, like a drug trip, or whatever as you call it, you know. This role is perfect for Nicolas Cage. The first half of the movie is really different from the other one. I understand that most people think the first part is pretty slow and boring, but it sets the mood for the movie because Nicolas Cage is gonna go insane. If you haven't watched this movie, you should watch it. It's so much fun. It's just crazy. I can't really describe anything. You should just watch it. Don't watch a trailer or anything. Just buy it or rent it or something and watch the movie because it's insane. Okay, my favorite movie of last year, Hereditary. Or maybe even 2 years ago, by the way. It's probably 2017. This movie, I know that a lot of people love it and some people don't. I loved it. It's still deep in me. Basically, I can still think about this movie sometimes and get weirded out and stuff. To me, this is like the perfect kind of horror movie I would like psychological, cult. Yeah, I'm sure most of you have like seen it already, so not really sure what. Oh yeah, it's pretty gory too, and it's really disturbing. Like people like haunting them and shit. It's crazy. I haven't watched Midsummer yet. I think his name is Ari Aster or something that made the movie. I haven't watched his newest one, Midsummer, which is in Sweden. Funny enough, because I don't know. My wife wanted to watch it too, so I'll probably watch it with her eventually. Okay, so this is the movie that I thought was so great. This is also the same one that made Bone Tomahawk. So this is Brawl in Cell Block 99. This movie is so freaking like this movie is so great. He basically goes to jail after doing some stupid shit, and the things he has to do in the prison to not have his wife murdered, basically, or like kill his not yet born baby. Some weird shit that he has to do, but obviously he's gonna do it for his wife and their kid that they're gonna have eventually. So he's basically saving their future. But this movie is this one is really brutal and gory. It's like 70s, I don't know what it's called, but classic like 70s violence, basically. Ultra violence, or whatever it's called, maybe. Yeah, this is maybe probably Vince Vaughn's best movie. I mean, Dodgeball, but you know, doesn't really say much because Vince Vaughn, I guess, he hasn't really done a lot of great stuff, I guess. But this one is great for sure. Okay. Yeah. I think there's 2 stacks of movies, and this first one is done now, basically, with this movie. This is the Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. This is the one before Fallout. This is also really great. Like I said, all the Mission Impossible movies are basically great. But I don't know really what to say about it. You know, I can just recommend it because Mission Impossible is always fun to watch. Crazy action, you know, stunts with Tom Cruise, of course, that does incredible stuff at his age still. So yeah. Okay. Persona Q2. Great dungeon crawler. I think I played like 60 hours maybe before I beat it. It's not as hard as like most SMT dungeon crawlers. This is easier for sure. If you want it to be easier, at least it can be easier. It's not as um, what's it called? Wait, yeah, it's not as punishing as the SMT games. This is still can still be pretty tough, but it's not as punishing. Awesome music. You have the Persona 3, 4, and 5 crew that you can have in your party, and like a dungeon crawler maze. You're basically in a theater doing stuff. So you get what's it called? You basically get locked in, and you have to go into different movies. Those are like the worlds to progress in the story. But I thought this game was great. If I had better things to say about the game, like describe it more, tell me, I would do that, but I'm not really good at that. So I'm just going to keep it saying like some brief stuff about it and what I thought about it. That's basically what I do. That's why I don't really do reviews and stuff. Because I don't know, I can't, I guess. Which is fine. There's millions of people that would do it better than me, and they do it better than me anyway, so that's fine. Okay, here's also one of the best action movies of the last 5 or 10 years. John Wick 2. Awesome action movie. Crazy action. This is my favorite. The first one I thought was pretty good. The third one I thought was pretty good. This one's fantastic. This one is crazy, like over the top, crazy action, stunts, choreography, battles, insanity. It's just so much fun. He's basically hunted by by the whole world at the end of the movie. So yeah, this is just crazy stuff. Let's see. Okay, here's another game that I wish I had played more of, but I haven't so far. Judgment by the Ryoga Gotoku studio, of course. My favorite studio of this generation. One of my favorite studios of all time, for sure. This is a bit different than the Yakuza games that they also made. Here you're basically like investigating people, like a detective, taking pictures of them and like spying on them and stuff like that. It still takes place in the same place as Yakuza Kamurocho, so that's awesome. Unfortunately, there's not any characters from the Yakuza games that I've known, at least. So that's unfortunate, but that's okay because there's going to be more games in the Yakuza series, but with a different protagonist, which is okay because Kiryu Kazuma has been the protagonist for so many games, so it's okay. And if you play the 6th game, you know what happens. I'm not going to say anything because I know that funny nerd, Leo the funny nerd, I can't even talk. Leo the funny nerd hasn't played that game yet, so I'm not going to spoil anything. But yeah, I love the Yakuza series and I love Ryoga Gotoku Studio, so I know I'm gonna love this. And what I've played of it, I think it's fantastic so far. One of the biggest disappointments of this generation, even though I think it's good now, but still. Nothing like older games. So, Tennis World Tour. If you don't know, I'm a big tennis fan. That and football or soccer, I guess, as the North Americans call it. This game I thought was going to be like amazing. Unfortunately, it only turned out to be good, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, at first I thought it was really mediocre, but I started playing the career mode that you can, and it turned out to be good at least eventually, because it's a lot of fun to make your own character and progress, getting new rackets, skills, all that stuff. Playing against the, you can play against Federer at least. There's a couple of people, real players that you can play against, so that's awesome. But unfortunately, it's not as good as I want it to be. Whew. Sweaty, sweaty. Well, you can't really see my hair anyway, so it's fine, I guess. Also, one of my favorites, Shenmue 1 and 2. I haven't played them, as you can see, it's still in the plastic, but I love them on the Sega Dreamcast. So I'm gonna play them before the third one comes out, which is coming out in November, I think. But we'll see if that happens or not, I guess. Looking forward to playing them again, even though it's not the best version, unfortunately. Okay, so here's another favorite studio of mine, From Software. Sekiro. This is pretty different though than the Souls games. Well, I mean, it's for sure different. You can't really play as you play in a Souls game, because then you will get demolished, and yeah, you're getting destroyed and you won't get anywhere in this game. I think this game is fantastic. I'm not sure how if they're gonna do like a sequel to this or anything. I guess they could, but it's probably gonna be not like the Dark Souls game that they pumped out like every second year. This is gonna be some years down the road probably if they're making another one. But the action in this game is awesome. Even though it's, like I said, it's different than the Dark Souls games. You can't really customize your character like you could in the Dark Souls games, when you can do a knight, a mage, anything like that. You can still play like different things with the skills you can find and use, but it's still nothing like that. Okay, Resident Evil Origins Collection. Yeah, it's the first one in Resident Evil 0. Love both of them. I've only played them on the GameCube. Eventually I'll play them on the PS4 as well. I think I bought this pretty cheap, so I just wanted this in collection because I love the Resident Evil games, even though I don't really own many of them anymore. But yeah, you should own this, and you should have this in your collection for sure. It's raining outside, and yeah, it's so fucking warm still. But yeah, it's the light for sure. It's no other way. I don't know. I just have to get through this video, and I'll be okay. One of my favorite games of the last, well, I don't know, 10 years. Dark Souls. You all know what kind of game this is. It started everything. Well, I guess Demon Souls started everything, but this got like the hype got so much bigger with this game, and this is like, I guess you can thank From Software for this game, because there's so many different Souls-like games nowadays, and yeah, like Dark Souls, it was just so much fun when I played it. The second one and the third one, I got probably tired of them. I still think they're great, both of them, but this is one of my favorite games probably ever. I haven't played this remastered version though, but I wanted to pick it up because I wanted it in my collection. I only have it on PlayStation 3, and I haven't played the DLC ever, the Artorias Abyss DLC or whatever it's called. So, looking forward to playing this eventually, when I'm in the mood to play a Souls game or Dark Souls game, I guess. Okay, Detroit Become Human. David Cage. Quantic Dream. They made Heavy Rain and the Ellen Page game that I don't remember what it's called. I recently actually beat this, and I thought it was great. A lot of fun. Also, they don't really do like quick time events in games anymore. I know that they made it in everything before, but they don't anymore, so it's kind of like a breath of fresh air again, I guess, but it feels like most people probably are tired of this kind of shit. But I thought this game was great. You can replay it a lot of times and get different endings, different situations, people dying, rescuing other people. That's what's fun about this game. I recommend this game, even though I think most people might have played it, or they don't want to play it because it's just that kind of game. People just complain about the story that it's bad, which I can understand, I guess. But yeah. Okay, God of War. I mean, yeah, this is not a 10 out of 10 or whatever. I would say maybe like 7.5 out of 10. This is the third one. This is the third time I own this copy. Not this copy, though, this game. So, I don't know, I found it cheap. And like I said, I sell games, I buy games. I don't have any control over that, unfortunately. So, But yeah, I might want to get more trophies because I beat the game before, but there's just a lot of easy trophies and the game is fun, so I might play it eventually, or who knows, maybe I sell it again. But I got this recently, so I wanted to show it again at least. Okay, here we have another dungeon crawler. Also a great game, a lot of fun. You're basically a journalist that's um, investigating weird things that are happening around the city, and trying to find out what happened, and people are disappearing and where they're going and stuff. So, you know, it's a dungeon crawler game with a decent story. But I thought this game is great, one of the best games of last year, and it's like a spiritual sequel to El Shaddai also, which I haven't played, so I don't know how it's connected to that, but a lot of fun. So pick this up if you like dungeon crawlers, because this is one of the best ones of this generation probably. Here we have a very underrated game. I'm probably just gonna break it here because it's thundering and shit, and I don't want to get this to lose this, so I'll just continue on the part 2 instead. Okay, bye.